Alright, so here we are in our tank game. And it makes several random goodies, and then when I hit them, it says hit, and it destroys them. Alright, now, so as you see, when they're being destroyed, they are leaving the hierarchy. So there were 6 in there, and now there's none, and then there's none. So they're actually destroyed. They're taken out of the hierarchy. They don't exist anymore. They lost all their game data, etc. So sometimes you don't want to destroy an object. You just want it to be there, but it not be part of the game for a little bit. So you can bring it back, and it will have like its game data, like its lives, etc., where it was, or stuff. So in that case, we would use something called set active. So other object dot game object set object, and then parameter false for there. So I'll show you the difference. Alright, so now when we run it, so I made my objects, and as I hit them, they're not disappearing off the hierarchy, they're turning gray. Alright, so let's look at the hierarchy. Right here, this little check for every object is whether it's active or inactive. So all objects by default are active. You can make them inactive yourself. See, it just disappeared from the screen. Or you can use the script to do so. So this one here has been set inactive. So it remains, it keeps its script, etc., but it does not. When they're inactive, the sprite renderer doesn't draw them on the screen. The colliders don't work, the physics don't work, and the update doesn't run. Okay, but you could bring them back later because they still exist. So another question about the is active. What happens if, so my tank body is a parent and it has children. Okay, so what happens, you can set children inactive by themselves. Alright, but, I'm going to put it back as active. Once you put a parent inactive, then all the children are basically inactive too. Even if you put in script to make them active again, if the parent is still inactive, they are inactive. You can't undo that way. There are also some nice uses for active and inactive in code. So, for example, there is a flag that you can find out if something is active or not. So you could say, I'm going to make a new game object. I'll call it object 1. Or I just got object. Alright. And we're going to use another command that's sort of fun. Game object find. And we're going to look for the tag. So that's sort of like tag is equal to, same kind of thing. But now it's made a game object. So it found that game object and it made it and put it in object. And then you can say if object well, we can find them all. Let's do it that way. Just use them. So then we can take that object that we just found and we can set active self. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do. If active self is equal to false, then we'll take that game object and we'll make it active. And that is what set active. And true would be active, false would be false. So there's a couple of cool things in there. So you can find out whether something is active or not active using the active self. So you use the name of your object dot active self. I could print a debug to tell me that. I can set things active or not active. True is active, false is not. So this is code that you will want notes on. And we can take other objects and set them false. So that is the basics from this one.